Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the text of the poem The World is Too Much with Us. Before discussing the text of the poem, we should know the form of this particular poem. This poem is a sonnet. Sonnet Sonnet is a word that is derived from the Greek word sonato, which means a sound. It is a particular kind of poetry. It is a particular kind of poem which consists 14 lines, and along with these 14 lines there is a perfect musical pattern. There is a perfect rhyme scheme. There are two types of sonnet in English literature. First one, Petrarchan sonnet, and second one, Shakespearean sonnet. Now the variety of sonnet, it depends on the division of these 14 lines. Whereas Petrarchan sonnet is concerned, which is named after the great Italian poet Petrarch, in this sonnet, 14 lines, they are divided into two parts. First part is that of 8 lines, which is known as octave, and the second part consists 6 lines, which is known as sestet. Whereas the development of the thought is concerned, the discussion of the problem is concerned, it is there in the first half of the poem in the 8 lines, and whereas the solution to that problem is concerned, it is there in the concluding 6 lines. Whereas Shakespearean sonnet is concerned, 14 lines are divided into 4 parts. 3 quatrains, each of 4 lines, and a concluding couplet. The world is too much with us is on Petrarchan pattern. Let us discuss the poem. The world is too much with us late and soon, getting and spending. We lay waste our powers, little we see in nature that is ours. Wordsworth says, the world. The world here stands for the materialistic world. It is too much with us. Everybody is surrounded by the materialism, the materialistic world. Late and soon, whether it was in the past, whether it is in the present or in future, every time we can see that people are surrounded by materialistic world. Getting and spending. Everyone is engaged in earning money, plenty of money, and spending. Like machine, man is working just to fulfill the desires of materialism. We lay waste our powers. In this way, we are wasting our spiritual powers, our aesthetic values. Little we see in nature that is ours. We are not concerned about nature, which is ours. Nature provides us everything that is necessary for our life. It provides us light, it provides us oxygen, it provides us water, it provides everything which is required. But we are so much engaged in earning and spending, that we are not now concerned about the objects of nature, about the beauty of nature. We have given our hearts away a sordid boon. The feeling about nature, it is not there in our hearts. What is there in our hearts? A sordid boon. Sordid, a dirty, filthy one. Boon, a gift of materialism. Whereas our feelings are concerned, whereas our heart is concerned, we are not bothered about nature, we are just bothered about materialistic life. The sea that bears her bosom to the moon, the wind that will howling at all hours, and are up gathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. Wordsworth here provides some of the examples of the objects of nature. He says, the sea that bears her bosom to the moon. There is a vast sea, and it opens, it is naked to the moon. The reflection of moon is there on the sea, whereas this particular site is concerned. Secondly, he says that the winds that will be howling at all hours, the wind that will be blowing 24 hours, we are not concerned about that. We are not concerned about the beauty of the sea as well. And are up gathered now like sleeping flowers. Whereas the beauty of nature is concerned, whereas the garden is concerned, flowers are concerned, every object, beautiful object of the nature, we are not concerned. We are concerned just about our materialistic life. He says that for these things, for everything, for every object of nature, we are out of tune. We are not harmonized with the nature. We are not concerned. We have no feeling about the beauty of the nature. It moves us not. Even the objects of nature, even the beauty of nature, it does not move us. It does not attract us. It does not change us. Now he addresses to the God and says, great good, I would rather be a pagan. Instead of living this type of life, I would like to be a pagan. Pagan, uneducated, uncivilized people who were having belief in worshipping nature. A pagan suckled in a creed outworn. I would like to be pagan, having the belief. Thou, this creed, this belief is now outworn, outdated, obsolete. So might I, standing on this pleasant lea, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn. With that particular feeling, with that particular creed, he says that I would like to stand there in a garden, in a meadow, in a green land, and enjoy the sights of nature, glimpses of nature. That would make me less forlorn. He says that when I will be there in the company of nature, in the company of objects of nature, that would make me less isolated, less lonely. I would not be alone. I would not feel lonely when I would be there in the company of nature. Have sight of Proteus rising from the sea. With that particular creed, I would like to be there on the bank of the sea, and I would like to see Proteus coming out of the sea. Proteus, a demigod of sea. Have sights of Proteus rising from the sea, or hear old Triton blow his red horn. I would also like to listen the music produced by Triton. Triton, another demigod, another semigod of the sea. When Triton plays on the conch, it produces sound, it produces music. Wordsworth says that I would like to listen the sound, the music produced by Triton. Wordsworth is fed up with this very materialistic aspect of life. He is a lover of nature, and by rejecting this way of life, he wants to be there in the company of nature. That's all about this poem. Thank you very much.